Are the answers to the pre-lab. So we have VA is equal to 3.33, VB is equal to 1.6, and this makes sense because 1/3 is getting dropped over each resistor. The error is in the -t, that should be a comma because that's what's in Arduino code, and then the height and width is 10, so 10 divided by 2 would equal the radius, which is 5. So here is part A of the lab. I have 2 potentiometers wired to ground and power, and then I have the middle, which is the resistance leading to A5 and A4 onto the Arduino. Both of the potentiometers twisted all the way to the left, and the outcome is 0. And then if I twist it all the way to the right, which is what I'm doing right now, I get roughly 1023. And this makes sense because the Arduino is the analog read is 10-bit. Here I have the working processing code, and I had to type in a 2 because I'm using port COM6. And if I move around the potentiometers, so if I twist the one that is on my right, it moves it horizontally, and if I twist the one that is on my left, it moves it vertically, just like an Etch-a-Sketch. Here I was trying to draw a dog to demonstrate that I can do diagonals with my code, and then I am using an ellipse that has a larger width and height, and in my code it is 7 and 2, and I changed the color to blue. Since in this line we are dividing by 1024, which is the maximum amount that the analog read gets on the Arduino, this leaves a maximum value of 1, and then we're multiplying it by the width and or height values. So this creates a cage and prevents the ellipse from leaving the box. So here I have edited the code, and I created RGB values, and they are ints. And I did some math here where I divided the x location by the width so that I get a fraction, and then multiply it by 225, which is the maximum value for the fill. And then I put them here, and then here's the plot. So it's white here at 0, 0, black over here, and yellow and blue. And I did this by making R and G be dependent of X, and B being dependent of the Y value. And as you can see, it cleared it, and it does 1 point for every 50 milliseconds. And the way I did that was I have this while loop that takes the time since the start and then subtracts the start, and if it's less than 50 then it just waits. And then afterwards I have a counter for t, which is the x value here, and that counts, and if it's greater than the width then it turns back to 0, and that starts it over and changes the background back. Here is the setup I have for the pins. So I have it fed to ground on the right side, and then on the left side I have it going to the pins here, and they're all the digital pins, and those correspond to up, down, right, and left. Okay, so now I'm going to play my game and erase all the shapes. Let's see how it goes. There we go.